chef. Hi, welcome back to Marty and Avrum, Food Guys. Marty, it's so nice to be here with you at Pusiteri.
It is. This is the world-class
How did
Pusiteri.
they let us in here, by the way?
I don't know. The way you're dressed, they say sorry. Sorry.
Yeah. You know, the amazing thing about Marty Gallen is that he is a networker. He has an inability to not speak to people, and he has this great talent of bringing on guests of all backgrounds, like superstars. Yes. Right?
We got a superstar right here.
Sheldon.
Sheldon.
Yeah, Sheldon. What's your title?
Head chef.
Head chef, right?
Yeah.
So Sheldon, what I'm really interested in is because I'm a cook, you know, and I don't call myself a chef. Marty is more of a chef, I would guess. And I'm interested in some of the technical aspects of what you do. As an example, is there a procedure of using knives properly when you're making a dish?
Yeah, no, rule number one, always have sharp knives.
Sharp knives.
Very careful.
Where do you get them sharpened?
There's places like, so I'm a professional site, so I have my knives. I got knives that are worth thousands of dollars.
Thousands of dollars.
Yeah, Knife Toronto is a good place. I get my knives from there.
Are they German knives? Ankles?
They have no, they're Japanese knives, but
Japanese.
they do sell. I'm pretty sure they sell German knives.
Yeah.
I've heard good things, but I like flashy things. The Japanese knives are flashy, so I use those. Right, so sharp knives, and they sharpen them for you. They're good service that they have. They sharpen the knives for you also, and there's places you can call around. Like I specifically just use them.
So your knife is the most important instrument for you?
It's an extension of your arm, just like your tongs.
Do you let anybody use your knife?
No.
Nobody, right?
Yeah, no. Even at home, no. Special knives.
How do you use a knife? It's easy to, what knives do you use to cut different foods?
Yeah, so there's different knives for everything. There's like a bread knife.
Like golf clubs.
Yeah, I still don't get that, but because I don't golf, but I don't get it. A golf is a golf, but there's different knives for each aspect. There's knives for filleting fish. There's like a boning knife to, when you're cleaning meat. There's bread knives, paring knives. You wouldn't take a chef knife and try to butcher a fish because you ruin the product. So there's nice thin knives for filleting meat, flexibility, so you can just take the skin off or just be very gentle with the meat.
Do you like prepping?
Prepping is key. You have to prep.
Do you enjoy it?
That's time. Sometimes.
Like, will you cut vegetables?
I do cut vegetables.
Yeah.
Again, that goes back to a thing about being a leader. Not because I'm a chef. That doesn't mean I don't wash the dishes.
Yes.
And you have to be able to get dirty for your staff.
Good for you. Do you cut vegetables? Do you like it?
I don't really know how to cut vegetables.
No.
I love it.
I don't
Love
do a
it.
good job at cutting
Well,
vegetables.
we cut them here for you, so you don't have to worry
That's
about that. Yeah.
How do you keep all the vegetables in uniform size or shape?
Yes, it depends on the cut of the vegetables. What you're talking about is like julienne,
Yes.
which is like thin slices. Again, it just goes back to consistency and taking your time and do that. You can do it. You don't have to be a chef. Just take your time and a sharp knife.
Right.
What about the blueprint for spices?
Spices,
Yeah.
okay.
Like,
Your basic spices.
do you know how to use spices well?
Yes.
Do you know how to use all, like if I said to you, make us a Middle Eastern dish, would you know the spices for that?
Yes. So it's 2023 now. Gone are the days when everyone's making their spices from scratch. We have vendors that do that for us. Wide selection. So there's good companies that make good spices. Mediterranean, there's companies that make that. So and it works out to be a little bit cheaper when you just buy the actual product and just put it on your meat or your vegetables and just go ahead instead of getting all technical, because then it gets hard.
Okay, so what spices do you really, really love?
Well, I'm Jamaican, so I'll tell you guys a secret. I don't do it here, but at home, I get my spices brought up from Jamaica here.
Oh, it's a long
Yeah.
way.
So like my uncle's, the one that's 1 year older than me, his girlfriend's coming up today, and she's bringing up spices for me. I'm not sure.
What would she bring? What would she bring?
So we have different spices for chicken, different spices for fish, different spices for jerk,
What's the main spice though?
all purpose.
All-purpose spice?
And then you can put on anything, vegetables.
What's in all-purpose?
I have no idea.
You don't
it
know,
just
eh?
says all purpose. 'Cause
Really? You don't know?
when you're in Jamaica and you go to the market, it's there. You just tell the lady, she turns around and she puts it in the bag and hands it to you. That's all I need to know. Just make sure it's
love
not drugs.
How about curry? How do you make a good curry?
The good. So the good
Like, take me through making a chicken curry. What would you do?
chicken curry. Okay, so again, there was curry products already made. I don't make my curry from scratch. It's just too time consuming.
So you get the chicken.
Yeah, you get the
Is it
chicken.
thighs or legs?
Thighs, I like when the chicken has bone because then the flavor's from the bone. So
Right.
there's a trick that I learned from my grandma.
Yeah.
You marinate the meat, so you put all your onions, your garlic, your chicken. Wash the chicken first.
Yeah.
And then also get the pan to about a medium heat.
Yes.
Add your garlic and add a little bit of the curry powder and sweat that out first.
Sweat it.
And then you add the meat and then you do your magic trick. Because now you're flavoring, you're making a little curry oil to go with the curry
But
mixture.
you add more curry sauce.
Oh, well, the chicken's already marinated with the curry spice. But
Right.
then you make a little bit of curry oil, and then you start sauteing the chicken on.
Would you still make mistakes today about the pan being too hot? Because I do that all the time. My garlic starts to turn hot.
You cook too
No,
hot.
because you're
Yeah,
rushing.
yeah, I do.
You're rushing. Remember I said cooking takes time.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can't rush.
yeah. Do you still make mistakes?
I make mistakes, but not that kind of mistake.
Not that.
Yeah, we have ovens that are smarter than me. So you
Right.
tell it
They
what
cook
to do.
it- They
And
cook it almost.
So what mistake would you make?
what mistake would I make? I keep overproofing, because I make my focaccia downstairs. I keep overproofing my bread. I keep overproofing, and then if it overproofs, it doesn't rise properly. You make it flat. It sinks. I'm still working on that. That's just me doing too many things at
As
once.
a master chef, do you beat yourself up or do you just roll?
No, I don't beat myself. I just fix it and move on to the next.
Okay, good.
I want to know how to make a good meatball.
Good meatball?
Yeah.
You need a good mixture of meat.
So you do pork and beef,
I don't do the pork. We do veal, chicken, and beef.
put 3 meats
That's
together.
traditional. That's traditional.
And then what do? You fry the meatball first or baste it?
I like to put a nice sear on it.
Yes.
And then in that time, they glaze it with a little bit of wine, red wine, and then add your tomato sauce, and then you let it go for like 2 hours or something.
You
Nice
cook it
and
for
slow.
2 hours.
Nice and slow. No rush.
So you put water on the meatball when you're rolling it?
No, that's where the red wine comes in. You put some
What do
in,
you do
drink
for a
some.
binder? Do you use egg or what?
Egg and breadcrumbs.
Yeah, probably you can make good meatballs.
You know what? I want to go to a break, but when we come back, I want to ask you about Jewish cooking.
Oh, okay.
Do you have anything to say about it?
I-
Because you have a big Jewish clientele.
I order it out.
You're listening to Marty and Avrum, the food guys. We'll be back in a
We'll be
moment
back.
with our dear friend, Master
Yes.
Chef Sheldon at Pusiteri.
Yes.